Well, welcome to your Coach's Corner. Hi, I'm Frank Barbehenn, and with your permission, I will be your discipleship coach for this week. Let's jump right in. The scripture paints the picture that we are slaves of sin, and as you probably already know, we've been cut off from the life of God and we've lost paradise. And with the first murder of Cain to Abel, the dominoes began to fall in human history. And as Exodus pointed out, the sins of the parents are passed on to the children. We get imprinted with those family patterns of sin. And out of that imprinting, we impulsively, spontaneously, and naturally play out the sin patterns that have been delivered to us. The Apostle Paul felt the same tension and the same patterning within himself. In his letter to the church at Rome, in kind of convoluted Greek, he was saying that I do what I don't want to do. I can't do what I choose to do. I find that I go to do what's good, and I end up doing the opposite thing, the very thing that I hate. And he gets so frustrated, he says, hey, look, it's not me that's doing it, it's sin in me that's doing it. But who's going to deliver me from this body of death? We play out those sin patterns that have been delivered intergenerationally in our relationships. We play it out with our spouses, we play it out with our children, we play it out sometimes with our friends, and we even play it out at work, even though our behavior at work is controlled a lot by the paycheck and by the authority structure within work. All right. A key challenge is then, how do we grab ourselves by our lapels and grab the sin patterns from inside out? If we look at the great saints of the church, what made them great was not that they were perfect, but because they were willing to look at themselves and grab themselves by their lapels. If you go back to David in the Psalms, David asked God to search out his heart that he may know why was it that he was whatever. In one of the Psalms, it was why he was depressed. So search out my heart, Lord, that I may know why is it that I was depressed, that I'm depressed. The great saints of the church did something similar. Augustine looked at his own heart and tried to grab himself by his lapels. Well, now we actually have a little bit of science behind that these days. I call it associative imagery, but it's the same thing that David did in the Psalms. And I want to give that to you as your tool and as a homework if you're game. What I want you to do is take 3 to 5 minutes a day, and there are two parts to this David-like searching of your heart. The first part is to prayerfully ask the Lord to do that, to search out your heart, or to tell yourself that, Lord, I want to see what's going on inside of me. I want to know why it is that I'm sinning against my husband, my friend, my children. Lord, show me what's going on. The second part is to just let the images in your mind's eye flow. Just let the memories flow in your imagination. The reason being that most people, well, for people who are sighted, memories are consolidated primarily visually. So what you want to do is not think your way through that. You want to picture your way through that. So you start with, Lord, search out my heart that I may know what it is that's going on, that I am acting so nasty to my husband in these certain kinds of circumstances. And then you wait upon the Lord and let the images flow. And if you play that game regularly, you will eventually discover why it is that you are sinning in the way that you're doing. And then you have a shot at grabbing it and changing it. So what I'd like you to do is take 3 to 5 minutes a day. I don't care when during the day, but to take just a little bit of time and to do that searching out of your heart that we call associative imagery. So Lord, search out my heart, and then wait and allow the imagery, allow the memories to flow, and have that lock you in on what's going on behind why you're sinning. So now we have 2 homeworks, one from last week where you are to anchor your day by picturing a loved one and how you're going to reach out in love, and you do that every day. And now every day, 3 to 5 minutes, where you are practicing this associative imagery. All right, that's it for now. Till next week. Oh, if you got any questions, email me at frank@peakperformancediscipleship.com. Frank@peakperformancediscipleship.com. See you next week.